Hi, good evening, everybody, and welcome to a Facebook Live and an Instagram Live and a YouTube Live. And tonight I'm going to talk about, in particular, Joy Business. If you don't know Joy Business, it's a beautiful set of tools that support you to have what you would like to have as your business and your life. It's not only about business and work, it actually is about living. Your life is your business and your business is your life. That everything that you interact with creates your life. And I'm a Joy Business facilitator, and it is one of my joys to bring the information to the world because it changed the way that I function in business. And tonight's topic is going to be about, is your business about what you have to give? And is that working for you? So let's start at the beginning. For me, I had made business about I had to do everything myself. I had to look after everything from the bookkeeping to the facilitation of the live classes and the online classes that I bring to the world. And I was exhausted, absolutely exhausted, and it wasn't working. And in Business Done Different, which is a Joy Business class, it talks about business done from receiving. And so if you look at, if I have to give energy all the time, then it's only a one flow. There's nothing about receiving. There's no receiving of me, of what I create, and there's no receiving of the gifts of business, the money. And so one of the things that I used to do is I would give, be exhausted and give again, give, be exhausted and give again, and it wasn't sustainable. In other words, that had a very short shelf life. And then when I was educated on business from receiving, and I'm still working on this, I just want to say this, I want to be totally honest about this. Immediately, there was a sense of peace and there was a sense of ease in my body. So what are the principles of business done from receiving is, number one, you've got to have you. You've got to receive you. You've got to know you. You've got to be you. And also, as Shannon O'Hara says, it is wise to know the gift that you are. When I was doing all the working hard, I didn't recognize that I was a gift to the people that I work with, even though people tell me this all the time. Rachel, you're such a gift. Rachel, this class changed my life. I wasn't receiving it. I wasn't absorbing it. And it was affecting me. It was affecting the creation of the business. And so I really started looking at business done from receiving, which is, number one, I've got to be willing to receive all possibilities. Now, this is huge. Can I receive all infinite? It's an infinite universe, abundant, everything in support of you. And so can I receive all the infinite possibilities and all the energy flows in the universe if I'm just giving? No. And so what would occur when I wasn't giving is things would fall apart. Okay. If I can't rest up after a class for a day, does your whole business fall apart? If that's the case, if you're not feeding energy to your business, is your business sustainable? Whereas when we look at when you're receiving, you're actually willing to look at who you can add to your business, what you can add to your business, what are the infinite possibilities for your business today, what magic can show up for your business today. So receiving requires you to be present, and the universe will give you all the information that you require to grow your business, to create a business your way that works for you. You'll receive all the information when you're receiving all information. And so to receive, you've got to be willing to gift, not give. Give is always what I have to do. Gifting is I can gift you information. I can gift you all the fruits of my being. And in gifting, I will receive. And the one thing you really got to get is you are the valuable product. Are you willing to know that you're the valuable product in the world? Or are you still not acknowledging you, receiving you, having gratitude for you and what you bring to each and every situation? And so one of the things that I wasn't receiving is the contribution that I am. And Simone Melisses, who is the creator of Joy Business, thank you for creating the Joy Business, Simone. It is about being happy with the work that you do, being satisfied. It fulfills you. It's relevant for you, you know? And so have you decided that that's impossible? That's the impossible dream, that you can't make money doing what you love. Most of the people that I work with, they don't even get started until they do, because they have the point of view before they do the Joy Business that it's an impossible dream. And I also was in that place when I started 13 years ago. I loved facilitating Access Bars. If you don't know Access Bars, check out Access Bars, Access Consciousness, a beautiful therapy that I added to my life 13 years ago, that no matter what's coming up for me, you know, if I have an off moment or if I'm not seeing things clearly in my world, I get my bars running, then I move on with my day. So it's a beautiful therapy to build your presence and your awareness to see what works. And so my impossible dream was to make money teaching bars, to receive. Now, if you like to have money, then you've got to be willing to receive. So here's a question for you guys today. Am I willing to receive money? Am I willing to have and receive money for what I bring to the world, my work, my business? That's essential, number one. Number two, do I know I am the valuable product? Do I acknowledge my business? Am I proud of my business? And then am I receiving that? And so next Saturday, I have a 2-hour deep dive in Is Your Business All About Giving, 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 Giving? Is that working for you? And is now the time to receive? And so what occurs in these classes is we all come together. How beautiful we can come together. And we begin to look at the places that we bought the points of views that we have to give. For me, if I wasn't the joy girl in the room, gifting all the information, giving, very different, okay? Then I wasn't valuable. I'm not always the joy girl in the room. Sometimes I require to rest and take care of my body and go for walks. And so if I have to give all the time, is that feeding the business in the way that it requires? And even as I'm talking about this, I'm starting to recognize how big a topic it is, the give and take world, which is I'll give this and I'll take this. And then gifting and receiving is I will gift information, education, resources. I will gift my being, my space of no judgment. I can be present with you. And in gifting, I will receive 10 times more. And so if you don't recognize you're a gift, then there will be something, I'm going to say, like, there won't be a flow of gratitude into your business. There won't be a flow of money because you will disrupt that flow with judgment. And so maybe that can be number 4. Do I disrupt the flow of money into my business when I am not receiving me? Now, I'm going to use the clearance statement from Access Consciousness, which is right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, povids, creations, base and beyonds. That's the Access Consciousness clearing statement. And what that does is it clears away, call it a cleanup of your house. It clears away all the points of views. A point of view is a judgment that you have of you, that you're not good enough, or you got to work hard to get what you deserve. And I also had all those points of views twisted in around business. And so these are all the points of views that every judgment stops you from receiving, what can be gifted, stops you from receiving you, stops you from receiving clients. If you have a judgment that you can't work with a lawyer, then that stops you from receiving. So it also stops you gifting because you have a point of view and a judgment that doesn't allow you to gift your product, your service to that person. And so give and take is, if I give this, I'll take this. Very different. Gifting and receiving is, I will be the gift, which is the whole, I'm going to say, like, foundation for joy of business, is that you're willing to contribute your time and your energy, and you improve the person's life by being in business. You're creating something greater. And being willing to be the gift is then receiving. It allows you to receive way more. So everywhere that you're not willing to acknowledge you as the gift, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, povids, creations, base and beyonds. And you may have points of views that you're not the gift because you're judging yourself. And we talk about judgment in Access Consciousness as a reality of diminishment. Okay, it's not real, it's not true, but people use judgment to diminish themselves so that they're not the gift that they truly be. And so start to take a look at, what does business mean to me? Wow. And then everything that is, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, povids, creations, base and beyonds, the Access Consciousness clearing statement. What do I mean to business? So for me, I grew up in a council estate in a rough area in Cork City. I wasn't around business people growing up. I wasn't exposed to people who had a lot of wealth and money. In fact, I was exposed to a lot of scarcity. So business to me was other people on the other side of town. So what do I mean to business? And then you can pot and pock all the points of views, all the decisions, all the judgments that you've made. And then, what would I like to have, or what would I like to create? And so for me, I knew I wanted to create a business that would change the world. And I was looking to create a business where people knew that they could actually do something that they're grateful for, like that they actually have joy in doing it. And I'm not talking about a joy that's like, woohoo. I'm talking about sometimes me sitting peacefully in my office and looking at what I would like to create and what I would like to choose in business. And so if you don't get present with what you would like to create and what you would like to choose with business, then what will occur is you get distracted by other people's realities, points of views of what business is, and you'll fit into that instead of going your own way and looking at what you would like to have. Yeah. Do you know what you would like to have with business? And then the subject of money. I mean, even when I bring up the subject of money, what does money mean to you? Scarcity, lack, compression, contraction. Everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, povids, creations, base and beyonds. What do you mean to money? Everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, povids, creations, base and beyonds. What if you didn't have to have anxiety, stress, upset and compression and contraction around money? What if you could actually choose to have money and choose to be that which creates money? And that again might be like unfathomable, unbelievable to you. If you use the tools of Joy Business, you can change your points of views. I know that. I travel the world now. I just came back from Germany doing a body class in outside Stuttgart. And business to me is not only the financial part, it is about seeing people's lives change right in front of me, seeing them run a body process, the Access Consciousness body processes, and they become more present, they become happier, their bodies heal. And so business for me is about healing, is about transformation. So many people have been diminished and judged in regard to the way they do business. But what if we were living in a conscious society? What would business be like? It would be the development of your abilities, your capacities. It would be finding out what you're made of and what you're capable of. And have you even allowed yourself to go on that journey of consciousness with business? Or are you stopping because you've already decided that it's an impossible dream to bring what you love to the world? And then ask a question, don't give up, never give in, never quit. Ask a question. What can I create today? What is it I would like to create with my business today? And what are the infinite possibilities for creating money? There are thousands of ways to make money. I bet all of you could write down 3 ways that you could bring money into your living right now. Are you willing to be and do something different? And then let's finish with this. All of business comes to me with ease and joy and glory. That's my go-to anytime that I get stressed or there's a lot of change. Sometimes I can be a control freak. All of business comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. And I know that there is a consciousness in the world that when I am direct and clear on what I would like to create and what I would like to bring to the world, it always is in support of me when I have my own back. Do you let you down when it comes to creating what you would like to have in your life? I used to let myself down a lot, but now I actually stand up for myself and what I would like to have. So I hope this live contributes to you. I hope it gifted you some information and education about Joy Business, which is about business based on contributing what you can bring that will create greater to the world, to mankind. And if you would like to take a further deep dive on this, if your business requires an overview, I do this every few months. I overview it. Is it working for me? What would I like to ask for? And I write my list. Okay. Come join me for the 2-hour deep dive where you will be amazed at the points of views and the limitations that are deep rooted and are stopping you from truly being successful. Success is a choice. You're successful Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, said, if I see somebody change in front of me, someone becomes more happier, more joyful, healed, nurtured, then I know I'm a success. So what success are you that you've never acknowledged? Beautiful. So check out Joy Business and have a beautiful Wednesday evening. And all of life comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. Bye for now. Mwah.